Rue Valley. So I saw this game on YouTube Shorts originally. Looked interesting. I liked the art style. Premise sounded good. The Steam reviews are very mixed. I've never played Disco Elysium. To be honest, I've never even heard of it. I bring that up because a lot of people are comparing this to Disco Elysium, specifically saying that they feel that it dropped the ball and that it doesn't live up to the standard that Disco Elysium has set. I won't be able to judge that, but I went back and forth for like 20 minutes looking at videos, first impressions, trying to see, is this worth buying? And luckily there is a demo available, so that is what we are going to be playing today. The premise of this game is you play as like this super depressed guy who's stuck in a 47-minute time loop every day leading up to the end of the world, and you have to break the cycle by trying different things each day. But enough chit-chatting, let's just see what Rue Valley is all about. Okay, define character personality. So we have these personality points, and you can use this to attribute different traits. The kind of interesting thing is that it's kind of like you're assigning flaws rather than strengths. So it's kind of a cool, you're basically designing your ideal mental illness. So let's see. I have mental illness, so I'm just going to make this like me. So impulsive, calculated, resolute. I'm pretty calculated. Like, I really try to think things through, but you can't go in the middle. So I'm only going to put 1 on calculated for now. Oh, well, but the problem is that if I go all the way, it's paranoid, which is why I went over here, because indecisive sounded better than paranoid. What about 2 of these? Yes, you're somewhat calculated, but what's wrong with finding patterns and recognizing connections? That could be good. You know you're pretty calculated, you're often overthinking stuff, and are generally very cautious. That's me. Okay, introverted, yep. Sensitive, mindful, indifferent. You're aware of emotions, don't pretend. How many do I have? Oh, I only have 1 left. Let's see. You're so extremely introverted that you'd rather avoid the company of others altogether if it was possible. I'm sorry, man, but that's me. I can't lie. I gotta go all the way. You're aware of emotions and don't pretend they're not important, but won't let them overwhelm you. So, am I a little more sensitive or a little more indifferent? I kind of really feel like I'm indifferent. I try not to really care what people think. You're not that indifferent of a person, but you do find it easy to distance yourself from emotions, both yours and those of other people. I'm happy. Hold to wake up. I'm waking up at 8 p.m. Must have taken one hell of a nap. The frenetic sound of a century-old clock nudges you back to the present. The stale air perfectly complements the image of the old motel room.
Still with me, Mr. Harrell?
Let's see. Traits. Your personality traits determine your dialogue options. Some options will only be available if you have a certain trait, while others might be blocked by that same trait. Remember, traits are neither good nor bad. They are a crucial part of role-playing character with a real personality. Okay. Doctor takes off his glasses, freeing his bushy eyebrows. Still with me. I'll just nod. He smiles and nods back.
Mr. Harrow, I'm aware of a slight lack of motivation that you may be experiencing right now.
A little strange, like what he said doesn't completely line up with the subtitles. Status effects. Red ribbons on the character portrait show the status effects your character currently has. Status effects have a negative impact on your personality and dialogue options. Okay. So right now I have a total lack of motivation. Great. You'd rather stay in bed all day instead of attending this farce they call therapy in the middle of nowhere.
You'll surely be coming back to this condition of yours later during our sessions.
Your personality is represented in this part of the screen. It shows your personality access that you defined during character creation, as well as the trait that you chose. Select hover over a trait to see what it is and what it does.
But for now, I just want you to acknowledge its existence and try to stay aware of it at all times, if possible.
So like if I go here, So wait, why are these both... Like, I chose 4, right? But it's only letting me hover over 2. And they're both different. Oh, well, this is secretive and this is awkward. So I guess that's just acknowledging the beginning of... Because, like, this doesn't have any, but this has one. Can I click on them? Like, why would I need to look at that is my question. Silence befalls the room, a muffled clanging sound from outside, only making the moment more uncomfortable. I'll try.
That's good to hear. Now, in order to keep us focused, I always limit the session length to exactly 1 hour, hence the alarm.
Right.
However, since this is your first session, I'll allow a few questions, if there's anything.
Can't you simply state that I'm fine so we can both move on with our lives? No, I mean, I'm not an asshole, I wouldn't say that. Is another session really necessary? I was hoping this would be a one-time thing. Why do we have to do this here in the middle of nowhere? Well, my real answer, I'd be like, no questions, but even though I have, like, a ton of them, that's what I would actually do. But in the spirit of the game, I am curious where we are at, because my understanding is this is a motel. That's a bit of a strange situation. Let's find out.
It may be hard to understand the need for isolation at first, but my methods require complete divergence from the client's regular way of life, as well as temporary distancing from their social groups and circles.
Okay.
This place is ideal in that regard. However, it's understandable that you need a period of adaptation to both this idea and to your new surroundings. That's also why I haven't asked you to hand over your phone. Yeah. But please don't be alarmed. We'll talk about everything in due time.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Is another session necessary?
Mr. Harrow, your case is not to be underestimated. We need to assess the situation carefully.
Your case. Not so long ago, nobody cared about what you do, yet now, suddenly your business is everyone's business.
This first session is more for you to get acquainted with me and my methods. We have a long road ahead of us. Anything else?
I mean, I kind of guess I should get all the information I can, right? I'll be a jerk.
Mr. Harrow.
He looks you straight in the eye.
That is out of the question. This is a court-ordered therapy, and both of us could be fined or worse if we don't see it through.
Okay, so I did something bad, probably, right? To be court-ordered therapy.
And I have my own professional reasons in addition to the legal ones. You require help, and I've been designated to provide it.
He looks away, stern-faced.
I've never let a client down, and I'm not about to start now.
Glances at the clock, almost too fast for you to notice.
All right then. That's it for today.
Through the door, you hear that sound
You
again.
should go and check in at the office. Your room is probably ready by now.
Alright.
Give me my coffee, you jerk!
Next to you is the source of the clangs you heard from inside. A young woman beating up an old vending machine.
Spit it out already!
Okay. Use right click to run. Right, so this is a point and click game.
Come on,
Oh,
you thief.
I can move with the keys. I thought it was point and click. Oh, so it could be whichever you want. Okay, I'm gonna give an option. I kind of prefer using arrow keys, to be honest with you. Let's see what this lady's all mad about. Could she be here for therapy as well? Okay, so since I don't have a lack of motivation, I can't talk with her. Okay, so that's kind of a result of my choices so far. Who knows, but unlike you, she definitely looks like she needs it. Poor woman, she should consult with a real professional, not a charlatan like Dr. Fink. Nobody needs to be sent away from their home to this dump, regardless of their mental state. Sure. And yet, what is to be done with lunatics like her? Let them rage around freely, yelling and kicking vending machines wherever they go? Well, if they're who am I talking to right now? Is it like an internal monologue? Well, if they're breaking the law, they should be sent to prison, obviously. There must be a better way to help a distressed person. Well, yeah, you can't kidnap them and trap them in a motel. I mean, I'm all for therapy, but you can't make them a hostage. Perhaps you should speak with her, see if you could help somehow. I'd love to, but you won't let me. Or is that too much to ask right now? I can't, so I have to leave. Okay, so then, like,
Give me my coffee.
I'm already kind of thinking about tomorrow when I wake up. I'm gonna do something that makes me
Out already.
feel, that makes me seem more motivated, so that I can talk to her and get the information from her. So let's just look around here. I know, yeah, you can interact with like quite a bit, so I could sit.
I'll break you open.
Looks uncomfortable. Okay. So I guess, never mind, I can't. What about all this? A dumpster. Little dumpster diving action. Plastic bottles, some empty, others half empty. A partially eaten breakfast, some old clothes, torn and faded, all covered in a mixture of grease and spoiled orange soda. Can orange soda spoil? Like, it could go flat, but like, spoil? I think of like rotten eggs when I think of spoiled. Amid this murky pool, you catch a glimpse of your own face. Ooh, that's rough. Like when you wake up in the morning, you weren't, like you know, you knew you were gonna look in a mirror, but like you weren't really ready for what you were gonna see. Stomp on your distorted image in the puddle. Smudge the reflection with your foot. Just walk away. I'm not gonna stomp on it, but I'd smudge it. I'd give it a good smudge. Uh-huh. Yep, just like that. Hundreds of tiny ripples form in the puddle, but instead of obscuring your identity, even more details of your face emerge. Eesh. Eesh. Not good. Decades worth of new wrinkles appear, and the poignant expression of a man lost in time becomes even more apparent. The longer you look, the more you see it, the reflection of your inner self. That's not what's inside me. Defiantly step into the puddle and onto yourself. I don't need to look at this, ignore the metaphor, and just walk away. That's me. Maybe I should do something about this. Tomorrow. Walk away. So let's see. I really don't... So I can run... So you can only run, or by run, did it mean walk? Here we go. So you have to, okay, I had to double click it. It didn't say that. It just said to click it. Rue Valley Motel. Free Wi-Fi, AC, phone, clean rooms, cable TV, vending machine. I get the impression, like, from what everything that I know, that this is a game where, like, every detail kind of matters. And so that's why I'm just really kind of looking at everything, reading things that seem like they don't even matter, because who knows, the transformer is buzzing softly. Okay, so I'm just observing right now, I guess, because it's not really letting me do too much with too many things. There was a section of road over there, okay, similar to this, that I could click on, but I don't know if that's going to take me away, and I want to look at this area first. It was already late afternoon when you saw this sign for the first time, as the bus door opened and a wave of desert heat hit you in the face. All the other passengers of the almost empty bus remained seated, each lost in their own world. None of them paid any attention to you as you gathered your belongings and prepared to leave the bus. I remember an older woman. There was a young person with bright pink hair. The burly man with the thick beard left an impression for sure. I don't want to think about these people. I don't know. I guess out of anybody, I would notice bright pink hair, so I'm just going to click this. I don't really know what the significance of this is. They were scrolling through their phone with a bored expression, seemingly completely disinterested in their surroundings, as if they lacked any real connection to the outside world. Older woman. Sitting in the back of the bus, her nose was buried in a book during the whole trip. Her wrinkled face was contorted in a look of intense concentration, as if she were trying to solve some complex puzzle. And the burly man was leaning against the window, staring out at the desolate landscape with a faraway look in his eyes. He seemed lost in thought, as if trying to make sense of something that had happened to him a long time ago. Okay. I don't want to think about these people, and why would you? Even as you were disembarking from the bus, they meant nothing to you, but outside, next to the bus sign, Dr. Fink's smiling eyes were watching you, his brow dripping with sweat in the intense desert heat. He was already analyzing me, trying to think of anything he could use to keep me here as long as possible. Welcome to Rue Valley, he proclaimed, like some poorly written NPC from an outdated video game. I'm Dr. Fink, your therapist for the duration of your stay here. Ironically, this could very well be a poorly written video game. We will have to see. It all happened less than 2 hours ago, yet it feels like an eternity has passed since. I'm not saying that I think the writing is bad so far, but, you know, judging by the mixed reviews, never really know, you know, I don't know what I'm in for, so. Okay, we got a poster. The colors have been bleached by the sun, but you could still make out the image of an orange setting sun, as well as the words Rue Valley written above the illustration. The picture is quite detailed, but the colors have been obliterated by the sun, making it impossible to discern the main subject, let alone the finer details. You squint your eyes and try to make sense of the confusing shapes, but everything seems blurred and distorted. However, as you keep looking, you finally start to see a magnificent stage, a ballerina dancing gracefully, a lively group of musicians, and an audience dressed in formal attire. Let's, I don't know, examine the orchestra. The varnished wood of the violins is reflecting the orange hues of the setting sun. The curved bodies of cellos stand tall and proud, and the trumpet player holds his instrument with arched back, his silhouette reminiscent of a tree struck by lightning. Check out the stage. The stage is adorned with elegant curtains and strange chandeliers hanging from the edge of the poster. And the ballerina, wearing a tutu, stands in the center of the poster, on point, with her arms gracefully extended above her head, almost like she's waving to you. And the audience, the men appear to be dressed in tuxedos, the women in elegant evening gowns. They seem to be fixated on the stage, their overly stylized faces seemingly expressing a range of emotions from awe to excitement. How did a poster for such a highbrow event end up on a wall of a rundown motel in the middle of nowhere? Something is odd here. Well, it said the Rue Valley, and this is the Rue Valley Motel, so I mean, I don't know, kind of seems like it might just be in the same area. I guess, I mean, this lady has, like, you didn't get your drink, it's over. Like, just stop, because you're disrupting the entire community. The machine wheezes in suffering. Jeez, that's bleak. Can I interact with her now? Probably not, right? I still have a lack of motivation. Not coming any closer until the angry woman leaves. I'm gonna stand here, I'm banging this machine and say the same two sentences over and over until it gives me my drink. I'll bang on this for 47 minutes. Can I go up? Hello? Yes, there we go. I mean, the art design is really good. I can say, like, the graphics look so crisp and clean. It's definitely a very beautifully designed game. Is this my door? The paint is peeling from the wood of the door, but number 6 is new, shiny, and chrome. Sure, let's try the knob. Break it under, why not? You press the knob and push the door, half expecting it to work. It's locked. Yeah, try it again. Still locked. Okay. Wonder if that is my room, and I need to get the key to it. We'll see. Someone's yelling inside one of these rooms. Sounds like a man and a woman. Someone's mad. Someone did something wrong. Someone's sleeping on the couch tonight. A hose? What can I do with the hose? It's coiled like a sleeping serpent. It's like, what am I supposed to do with that information? You know what I'm saying? Let's go in here. All the attention of the girl behind the counter is occupied by the ongoing phone call.
No, the repair tech already came yesterday. Said the internet will be up by noon today.
She says to the person on the other side of the call. Social check, try to get her attention. I failed. I was too introverted to get her attention. That's me. So I've actually been in situations just like this, even when they're not on the phone, and I just wait until they talk to me. Like, I'll be standing here, like say at Starbucks, right? This is me. This is barista lady. She's like standing here. I could easily say something like, all I need is like a straw. And I'm like, that's okay. I'll wait until she looks at me in the eyes and then asks me if I need anything. And then I'll say, oh, no, just a straw. Yeah, just a straw. It's best to let her make the first move. She'll soon notice you on her own, end the phone call, and ask if she can help you. That's what receptionists are supposed to do. That's right. Pretend to look at the leaflets laying on the desk and hope she will address you eventually. You grab a leaflet and stare through it, mentally preparing for the imminent conversation. You either manage to look like you're really here for the leaflets, or she simply doesn't care.
Yes, I have rebooted the modem.
Okay, so the free Wi-Fi is out. She says to her conversation partner clearly, like, there's some overwriting, like, you don't need to, like, we know who she's talking to. And, like, conversation partner is, like, a little bit of a weird way to say that. After a few dozens anxiety-filled seconds... Shouldn't that just be after a few dozen anxiety-filled seconds? Okay, whatever. I'm nitpicking. Whatever. You finally realize she's not about to cut her call short just because you happen to show up. Move away from the reception desk and stop invading her personal space. Okay. Killing time. Time in the game does not progress outside of dialogue. So in order to wait until certain events happen, you need to find a way to kill time. Usually you can do that with various items and interactions around you. For example, reading a book, scrolling through your phone, or just chilling in a cozy chair. Okay, so I'm just curious. If I click this, that's just going back up. Okay. I can't grab the cheap looking pen. And I cannot wait patiently doing nothing because I am awkward. And what if I check on this again? A picture of a huge rocket and a group of people in red jumpsuits cheering with bottles of water. Above it all, the Coral Destiny logo. On the other side, a picture of an endless desert. The caption at the bottom reads, "Free bottled water for the people of Rue Valley, courtesy of Coral Destiny, your favorite space agency." Take the leaflet with you, put it back on the desk. I will take the leaflet. Inventory. Items you pick up are stored here. While not in dialogue, you can click on them to interact with them. Also, some items will show more information on their icon. For example, Wi-Fi availability or battery level on your phone. Okay. What else can I do here? Nothing here. Nothing here. That's a window. I could sit. Let me look at the window. Stare through the window to pass some time. Let me just see what the... I assume this will say, like, sit in a chair to pass some time. Sit down. This chair looks very old, but sturdy. That was not a comfortable chair. That was not as comfortable as you thought it was going to be, I can tell. A chair is not a bed, but let's be honest, it's better than standing. So I can sit patiently doing nothing. I can mess with my phone while I wait, or I can check out the leaflet. Let me mess with my phone. I already looked at the leaflet. The phone bleeps to life with the lock screen that is obviously years old. If it wasn't a collection of pixels, it would be musty with age and neglect. Play a quick match of hyper-casual protagonists. Scroll through your feed to kill some time. So both of these are my real-life go-tos. I have a game. It's like one of those, I don't know the exact name of it. It's one of those where, like, you're shooting the balls at, like, the other balls, and, like, they're all colors. And you have to, like, if you have a green ball, you gotta shoot it at other green balls to, like, get rid of them. And, like, you have to get rid of all the ones on the screen, but you only have a certain amount of, turns. That's one of them. It's probably called, like, Bubble Pop Master or something. And then I do scroll heavily on Threads. I'm not on X anymore, as they call it nowadays, for reasons. But, yeah, Threads is my new app of choice. I will play a game, though. Until she finishes the call, I guess. The first wave of tiny bow tie wearing antagonists appears on your phone screen. I wish I like had my phone out. Touch one of them. You tap the one carrying a golden fork and he instantly turns into an amorphous purple splotch. A matching splotching sound effect plays at the same time, further confirming that the bow tie wearing golden fork carrying antagonist is no more. Dude, there's like something very overly descriptive about the writing. It's I don't want to call it like AI-ish, but it's just like has this vibe of like, how can I describe this so cool? And it's like an amorphous purple splotch. Sound effect plays at the same time that you hit him, confirming that the antagonist is no more. It's like, bro, like it's a little too much. I guess I'm supposed to squash them all. Sigh and continue squashing them. Okay, passing time. As your mind spins around the absurdity of this game, and while your fingers roam aimlessly around the screen, a group of tiny bow tie wearing antagonists gather near the pile of boxes at the bottom of the screen. Tap the pile of boxes. Absolutely nothing happens. The little guys keep gathering around, keep squashing them. As soon as you're about to get the one with the goatee, there's one with the goatee. A slightly larger antagonist with a monocle and pocket watch enters the play area. So this is not as visual as I think that they hoped it would be. All I know is that it's an amorphous purple antagonist with a monocle and a pocket watch. I don't really know what they're going for. Ignore the big gentleman and keep squashing the tiny ones. Now I'm going to tap on the big guy. You press your finger against the monocled watchman, maybe a bit too hard. But like, how can you even do it too hard? Like, it's not like pressure sensitive. It's not like using 3D touch or whatever it's called. The tip of your fingers slips and you almost drop your phone. Oh, so I tapped on it too hard, so hard that my finger physically pushed the phone out of my palm. You look you look at the screen after your heart almost skipped a beat and see that the whole screen is taken up by bold fat letters saying temporal disruption. What the hell is going on? Damn straight, what the hell is going on? The letters disappear and you notice that the whole screen is frozen. The antagonists gathered around the pile of boxes stand still in their weirdest poses. Their weirdest poses. Tap somewhere. Nothing happens. Keep tapping all over the screen. Your fingers, like ghosts, make no change until the screen comes alive for a split second. The antagonists unfreeze and continue to antagonize the pile of boxes. So my phone was bugging out, I think. Maybe I have a bad phone. And before you get the chance to do anything, the whole phone is covered in black. Out of the blackness, disappointing red letters appear. Protagonists defeated. Quit the game. With a quick swipe and finger flick, the game is gone and you're back staring at your old wallpaper. Okay. Yeah. Minutes pass, but the phone call is still not at its end.
Listen, I know what I'm talking about. Your repair tech said it was fixed. Can you just...
She seems to get interrupted by the person on the other end of the line. I am not playing another game of that. Let me scroll through my feed, I guess. I could also look out the window. Let me scroll through my feed until she finishes the call. You start scrolling through stale memes, boring news articles, beach photos of ex-acquaintances, and poorly targeted sponsored posts. Scroll some more. In one picture, a grinning middle-aged stranger is apparently showcasing his newest baby. Thanks to a cleverly applied filter, both of them sport donkey ears. In an overly long and arguably racist video, a non-native speaker is repeatedly making embarrassing linguistic errors that often turn out to be unintentional double entendres. Hilarity ensues. Well, hang on. Let's examine this one for a second. The video is too long and might be racist. So let's see. Why is it racist? So someone is talking in a language that is not their native language, and they're making mistakes. And those mistakes are unintentionally double entendres. I don't know how that could happen, but maybe like you're calling somebody like a dick, right? But like they don't know that that is another meaning, and then instead of saying like you are a dick, they say like you have a dick. I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of it. Hilarity ensues. I mean, that doesn't sound racist. Like, is someone making fun of them for it? Continue scrolling. Okay. I mean, somebody making, like, if I try to speak, like, you know, French, and I, like, get it wrong, and I accidentally, like, say an inappropriate word, it's not like I'm not being racist, but if someone comes up to me, or if then I'm like, oh, you have the dumbest language, blah, 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 then I'm being racist. After a while, you realize that neither the pictures nor the posts are loading correctly. Yeah, my phone is shot. Oh, I have no signal. Okay, yeah, check the signal. 1 bar, but you get the feeling that if it could, it would show half a bar. Seems like all these posts were from some time ago, stashed needlessly in your phone's memory. Unless you hook up to some local Wi-Fi, you won't get much internet here. The receptionist is still arguing with the internet service provider, and you're getting restless.
No, I don't want a customer satisfaction survey. I want the internet.
She says to whomever she's talking to. See, like, that's like, you don't need to put that there. I am not playing another game of that, so I'm going to put my phone away. I'm going to look out the window. I mean, I don't think the leaflet's going to have anything new. Yeah, I've done this already. Well, I didn't read it, I guess. I'm curious what it's about. You start to read the tiny letters that contain everything you're not interested in. It reminds you of times you forgot your phone while going to the bathroom when we're forced to read blurbs from cleaning products and air fresheners. I forgot my phone in the bathroom the other day, and I was like, you know, doing them, you know, the second number, you know what I mean? And it's brutal, man. Like, I didn't resort to all of this, like cleaning products and air fresheners, but I was just kind of looking around. I was like, what do I do? You know? And it felt like forever. I can't even imagine what people had to go through before smartphones were invented. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, and how about before cleaning products and air fresheners? Consider yourself lucky that you have a small piece of literature with rockets and spacemen. At Coral Destiny, we believe innovation should serve the everyday needs of the communities around us. That's why we proudly provide fresh, purified, bottled water completely free of charge to the residents of Rue Valley. Delivered regularly and held to the highest quality standards, our water is just one example of how we're committed to a healthier, brighter future right here on Earth. So this is a they've made contact with other planets at this point, probably. I'm thinking Mars with all of the desert references, and that's the planet that is commonly talked about exploring. Let's keep reading. There's more ad lingo, but a nicely framed quote catches your eye. We're proud to share our resources with Rue Valley. Providing clean water is a small part of our mission to uplift the communities that inspire our work. Isabel Watson, Chief Executive Officer, Coral Destiny. You struggle to find more content with at least the same level of excitement. Nevertheless, time begins to pass. After a while, you realize that you've switched from reading text to just looking at pictures. The art is ugly. Time goes by and the girl at the reception desk is still talking.
Misheard. No, she said Sunday noon. I wrote it down. I'm not... Sunday or later? That's... No. This is such a waste of time.
Finally, the girl hangs up, ending the forever call.
Hi, can I help you? I would hung up earlier if I knew you were waiting for me. You're too quiet.
Oh, no problem. Actually, I wasn't waiting. I was just, hanging out. But I mean, now, I guess I do have a question now that you mentioned it. Like that's me in real life. No, I just didn't feel like checking in right away. Oh yeah, yo, I'm not even looking down here, I swear, and I'm like saying what I would do in real life, and then this on my depressed, anxious guy that I created basically just copies exactly what I just said. I don't know how to feel about that.
And how about now?
Yeah, now's good. Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, let's get you into your room. So, number 6. That's the last one on the second floor. Everything is ready for you. And...
She raises her hand, holding a piece of blue and red plastic.
This is your key card.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, thank you. And I would reach to grab it. Yeah. You stretch your arm politely, hoping she'll hand you the card, but she's completely ignoring your gesture and is excitedly waving it around.
Oh, I see you're confused by this. You were expecting an old-fashioned key, weren't you? Well, we've decided to modernize for a number of reasons.
This is what I would say, bro. I'd be like, oh, keycards are great. This is what I would say. It's crazy. She nods in response, but then continues as if you haven't said anything.
Actually, one reason, to be perfectly honest, the guests just kept on losing their keys. It was exhausting, and my dad didn't like the cost of replacing so many locks. So, yes, we decided to use electronic key cards. Costs us a lot to implement, but now when a guest loses their key, we only need to replace a piece of programmable plastic. How great is that? It makes my life so much easier.
She takes a deep breath, planning to continue, but a notification sound from her phone interrupts her. She immediately grabs the phone, smiles, and starts typing a message, as if she suddenly forgot she was talking with you. But after a few seconds, she puts the phone down and hands you the key card.
Here's your key card, and I'll need your signature here.
She puts some kind of document on the counter, signed without reading.
Thank you. I'm here if you need anything. Enjoy your stay.
Bye. Okay, let me just see like what's out the window, if this is something I have to do. Relentless dirt and smudges stain the glass. Okay. Okay, nothing else is like opened or anything. Okay. So I know that's my room up there. The only things I haven't done though are these sections. Like I don't know what this is, but let me just see. The setting sun paints the world with purples and oranges, but far down the road, dark clouds gather. You won't get far without a car. Yeah, I don't need to stare at that. Thank you. I'm going to assume it's the same down here, but I'm also not going to assume because I'm going to go check. OCD brain says I will go check. The setting sun paints the world with purples and oranges. Setting off on foot would be as pointless as your dreams. You'll need a car to get anywhere. Okay. Alright, so now I've looked at everything. I've done everything. I've interacted. Did this lady get her drink yet? Oh, she's gone. Now I can interact with this, right? An old vending machine. Its metal shell bleached by the years. No, I want a drink. Yeah, no, I get that, but I want a drink. Okay, fine. Sure. Let's go check out our room, I suppose. They are still fighting. Oh, you know what? That could be a TV. Can't quite tell. Or someone could be getting chewed out. I told you this place looked like a dump. Now we're stuck here. Good for nothing. The paint is peeling from the wood of the door, blah, 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 blah. Unlock the door with the key card. A tiny green dot of light shows up near the knob. The door is unlocked. Okay. Let's see what I can do. Right off the bat, what's this on the wall? A list of rules. You can't be bothered with that right now. Okay. Okay. This armchair looks exactly like the one in Dr. Fink's room. There's a barbecue place by my parents' house, and when I lived at home, like during high school and probably a little bit after high school, like early college years, it was called Fink's. It was really good. They're closed now. Every place in my hometown shuts down eventually. Nothing lasts. You'll go there one day, you're like, oh, best dinner I ever had. Next week, you're like, oh, I can't wait to go back there. It's gone. It's gone like it never existed, like signs down, like it's erased. There are so many dark patches that this can barely be called a mirror. A small cup is on the shelf. Look at the mirror. The mirror splotches make interesting patterns on your face. They conceal a dark circle here, a mole there, a patch of wrinkles. I know that face too well. No need to discern every little detail. Yeah, try to tell yourself that. It's not gonna help. You're still gonna do it every day and night. Truth be told, you prefer not to look at it. That is correct. Look at it again. Stare at it. Stare at it. A stranger who looks exactly like you is looking you straight in the eye. No, that is you. That's you. You're the guy. Okay. Suitcase. Okay. Hundreds of strangers have slept in this bed, leaving behind flakes of dead skin. Still, you can't wait to jump into the sheets and contribute to the collection. Let's go! Unfortunately, between you and the object of your desire, on the folded sheets lies a dusty suitcase. Your suitcase, the smallest one you own. I can't deal with this right now. Put it away. Absolutely live out of this suitcase. 2 years, 3 years, 5 years down the road, you are still living out of this suitcase. Absolutely, my man. Yeah, it's such a chore, but the more you prolong it, the worse it will get. If you don't unpack now, it'll feel ever harder and more pointless to do it later. I kind of feel like I'm being lectured and actually very judged, because this is a character, but he's me. All this, I made him like me. Like, these are my actual choices. And it's like, you know, you really shouldn't do that. Step by step, a simple act of unpacking will become an insurmountable burden, and even thinking about it will make you feel weak and powerless. Yeah, I'm like that with laundry. I'll have like a giant pile of laundry in the corner of the closet, and it'll grow and grow and grow. And every time I put something on, I'm like, it's just one more shirt. It's just one more pair of pants. One more sock, you know, whatever. And then it's like the Mount Everest of laundry, and it's like, I look at it and I'm like, this will never get done. I will never have clean clothes. I have to go buy new clothes. Do you really want to crawl back into that deep black pit? It's pretty comfy in there, you know, I gotta say. Alright, let's open the suitcase and just get it done already, or I'll unpack later. I would unpack later. However, I really want to be able to talk to the girl at the vending machine to see what that's all about, so I need to start getting some type of motivation. So hopefully this will help with that. Okay, didn't do nothing yet. There's not much in the suitcase. Spare clothes, a phone charger, a toothbrush, and a couple of other items. You really weren't planning on staying here long. Well, you better see if they have laundry facilities. Sessions, Dr. Fink said. Days or weeks, months even. Unpack the suitcase? I've changed my mind. No, I'm gonna unpack it. Yes! I did it. I'm so proud. I feel like I actually did it. Because you know what's crazy is I have one of those laundry mounds right now in real life. You plug in your phone charger above the bedside cabinet, put your spare clothes in the closet, your slippers next to your bed, and your toothbrush in a cup under the bathroom mirror. And now that the suitcase has been dealt with, this motel room is officially your home. That's depressing. Yeah, this can never be home. It is now, whether you like it or not. Jesus, very depressing. Depression simulator. Okay, I guess we're going to bed. Despite the tight sheets and crisp-looking pillow, the bed reeks of dust and age. So my girlfriend and I, when we go away and we stay somewhere, she brings her own sheets, her own blankets, her own pillowcases, everything. We're a step away. I just say it all. I'm like, we should just take our mattress and zip tie it to the roof of the car at this point. Just bring the bed frame. you know, bring the bed, rent a U-Haul, decorate the inside as an exact replica of her actual bedroom with all her real stuff, and just bring that and sleep in that. Because she feels like it's so dirty. And listen, she's 100% right. It's filthy, okay? It has to be. Like, we're not saying in motels like this. You know, we're in like a regular hotel or an Airbnb. Looks clean, feels clean. But yeah, there's always like that, these are someone else's sheets. A lot of people have been in these sheets. What have they done in these sheets? Have these sheets been through the wash? All questions we would love to know the answer to. Since we can't, she brings her own. But it's like, there's like 2 whole IKEA, but you know the big IKEA bags? There's like 2 of them in the trunk, just full of sheets. When we go away on a plane, we have to buy or pay for a check bag, because 1 whole suitcase is dedicated just to the sheets and the pillow. It's crazy. I think she's so crazy when she does that, but not gonna lie, kind of like it too, you know? It's part of why I love her, you know? Crawl into the bed, fall onto the bed. I'm gonna crawl. It creaks and squirms as you crawl into it. You try to make yourself comfortable, but the overly soft mattress swallows you up. I feel like maybe the overriding is just them leaning into the comic book, like, aesthetic, and maybe, like, I don't really read comics. I don't know if this is how they're written, but, like, they're trying to be very descriptive, and maybe that's where that's coming from, but it's sometimes a little too much. And a game with this much text could definitely use, like, you trust me, they don't need to add all these things. Like, this could use some trimming. As soon as your head touches the rough pillow, though, tiredness overwhelms you. Coming to this nowhere motel to attend therapy you don't need has drained you both physically and mentally. See, you probably need it, bro. You just don't know it yet. I've been there. You are desperate to get some sleep, yet after weeks of wakeful nights, you know it won't come that easy. Just close your eyes and hope sleep will come. Check out the leaflet, mess with your phone. I would doom scroll. I mean, we're playing the game, right? I guess I gotta see if there's new stuff to do. With a gentle touch, the phone screen turns on again. No, hell no, I'm not playing that game again. Put the phone away. Yeah, just go to bed. Wonder if I'm asleep yet. Oh, here we go. Phone's going off. Your ears are pierced by a ringtone that you swore to change years ago. Answer the phone. Check who's calling. I would check who's calling. Hell no. You imagine just answering the phone, blind trust like that. Hello? No, I gotta see who it is. The screen simply reads unknown number. You feel betrayed by your own phone, masking the identity of a mysterious caller. I would put it on silent, but it's a game, so let's answer it. I would say, who's calling? Who wants to know? The line crackles heavily as if the man speaking from the distant past.
My name is Percy Rugger, and I'm a senior sales executive at Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy. We'd like to offer our help regarding your case.
My case?
Well, if my information is correct, you have recently been unjustly forced to participate in treatment which, in our opinion, may have consequences not aligned with your best interests. Now, I'm sure you're quite concerned, Mr. Harrow, but don't worry. We're here to help you regain your rights.
I'd rather not talk about it.
Mr. Harrow, I completely understand how you feel. Even for me, it's hard to talk, hard to even think about the injustice that has occurred. But we will work together to put an end to this undue response to your, well, unique situation. I mean, we have only known each other for a couple of minutes, and I can already see what a strong-willed individual you are. You know what you want, and nothing will stop you from getting it. So I presume you're ready for the next step in our cooperation?
Well, do I have to decide right now? This is all happening so suddenly. Yes, put off the decision so that you don't have to commit and then ignore all future calls. That's what I would do.
I completely understand what you're trying trying to say, Mr. Harrow. To make things easier for you, I'll simply write down your general consent here and forward your case to my colleagues in our paralegal department. They'll contact you shortly. Well, Mr. Harrow, it was a colossal pleasure talking with you. Cheers!
Wait, what is this? Choose? What is that? Never heard that. Before you have a chance to say anything, the phone line is already dead. But at least now you know you're not the only one who realizes the absurdity of this mandated psychotherapy. Close your eyes again, check out the leaflet, back to the phone, close your eyes. As your mind begins to drift, reality fades away. For a precious moment, there's only darkness and silence, but your mind refuses to calm down, and soon your thoughts start chasing each other in circles. Unpaid bills. Your credit score sucks. That thing you said in 3rd grade was so dumb. Mind map memories. This is your mind map. It is a representation of all the memories you have and how they are connected. When a new memory is available, you can recall it by clicking on it to activate it. Once the memory is activated, it can open dialogue choices in relation to that memory. Okay, so, we got a few here, it looks like. Start with this one. Chatty receptionist. From the blur of half-formed memories and impressions, an image of the receptionist emerges. You're desperately trying to catch her attention, but she's completely engrossed in the ongoing phone call. Pretend to look at the leaflets laying on the desk and hope she will address you eventually. What a pathetic attempt at acting. Or were you a bad actor on purpose, hoping she'd take pity on you? Chatty receptionist. Very talkative girl. Okay. Unexpected call. You see yourself lying in the bed in your new motel room holding your phone next to your right ear.
My name is Percy Rucker, and I'm a senior sales detective at the Interior Paralegal Expertise Consultancy. We'd like to offer our help regarding your case.
My case? Oh, come on. You know what he's talking about. Out of the swirling images, the bushy eyebrows of your new psychotherapist emerge, bouncing up and down as he talks. Just nod. Are you conserving your words or hiding the fact that you just don't have any? Both. I bet it's the latter. One more. The image of the young woman flashes before your mind's eye. She's punching and kicking the old vending machine. Could she be here for therapy as well? Ignore her. It is what it is. You have nothing to say, nothing to do, just the bare minimum. As your consciousness keeps spinning around, the carousel of recent experiences warps into a single vision, suspended between sleep and waking. You find yourself staring at the smallest suitcase you own, perched on rumpled motel sheets. Everything is packed: clothes, phone charger, toothbrush, and a couple of other items. I'm ready to go home. As you reach for the handle, you notice a toothless gap, as if the suitcase forgot to fully exhale. Wait, what? As you reach for the handle, you notice a toothless gap, as if the suitcase forgot to fully exhale. Like in the zipper, the teeth of the zipper, and so it didn't fully exhale, which means it's full, and so it's busting the zipper open? Is that, what is that trying to say? Then the gap widens just a little and something shifts inside. The suitcase jerks. It's just a faulty latch. Let's go already. Better shut it tight first. But the suitcase feels too alive. With a loud hiss, the seam splits and a snake's head appears. Lidless eyes fixed on yours. Okay, I'm dreaming. Then more hisses follow and more snakes emerge. Liquid as death and cold as oil. Their bodies twist into knots, ready to spill all over the sweaty sheets. I mean, these are the same things, right? You slam the lid down. The latch snaps shut, silencing the hisses for now. I got to get rid of the suitcase. Let's shove it under the bed and get out of here. Out of sight, out of mind. As you descend the stairs, midday heat pricks your neck with sweat, and you think of everything you left inside the suitcase. It's just clothes, phone charger, toothbrush, and a couple of other items. That's right. If there's like a snake, a spider, a fly, a ladybug, anything like in my room, it's like, all right, the room is yours. Take it. All my stuff gone. Leave it. It's yours now. Burn the house down. I'm that guy. You enter the reception area. No one's here, and even the AC is turned off. The air is hostile and heavy. I can't wait here. It's too hot. On a desk, a stack of pristine checkout forms sits beside a pen. Perhaps you can just do it yourself? Yes, let's get this over with. Fill out the form. Name, date of birth, length of stay. But a single mischievous drop of ink escapes the pen and begins swelling into a blot, a puddle, a pond, spreading across the form as sweat spreads across your shirt. I need to write faster, or yeah, you're gonna have to restart, my guy. Paper's gonna get all wet and mushy, and the pen's gonna rip right through it. You slap the new form over the old one. Well, don't do that, because it's just gonna soak through. The blot sleeps upward, your sweat drips downward. Told you. The paper becomes a battleground of stains. Your tongue feels swollen, your throat dry. It's no use, just keep writing. You write all the words in black on a completely black paper and sign it in black. Not your fault, after all. You did what you could. Now it's time to leave and find something to drink. Get out already. The parking lot shimmers in the heat, asphalt soft underfoot. Across it, the vending machine glows like a mirage, its glass fogged with condensation. Insert coin, press the button. The machine hums, light flickering, but no bottle comes out. Insert coin, press the button. You drop another coin. Clink, press, hum, still nothing. Insert coin, press the button. The world narrows to the clink of metal, the press of your finger, the machine's empty whir. Maybe this time it'll work. Continue. Insanity is trying the same thing over and over, expecting different results. The checkout, a dream. You tried to leave this damn motel and all that therapy nonsense behind, but everything kept falling apart. Was this just gonna, if I hold to, I think that's just gonna put me in the same loop I was just in, but I can't do anything else actually. Not enough willpower. Don't worry, it wasn't even a real memory. Yet, it's an echo of my past, but it is an embodiment of my feelings. It is a prophecy. It's an embodiment of my feelings. More like random neural activity in your brain, synapses sparking from nothing. Best forget about it. I just know it's important. Could be, but are you strong enough to remember it? Brave enough to confront it? Yes, of course I am. I want to know. But I can't. Okay, not yet. Okay, it's kind of interesting, the way that goes, I guess. The sound of a car engine and screeching tires urges you to open your eyes, bringing you back to miserable reality once again. Your head is still spinning in a whirlwind of uncontrollable thoughts. Your nostrils pick up a curious smell of dust, and your throat is as dry as a desert. Status effects? Status effects? What? Some status effects can have a greater impact on your personality. Thirsty, for example, nudges you just 1 point toward the impulsive side, but some other status effects have a much greater influence and in some cases drastically change the personality you defined in character creation. It was foolish to hope you'd fall asleep. Well, I did fall asleep. Get up and find some water. So I wonder if I was able to talk to the girl because maybe if I had motivation and I was able to talk to her, would I have been able to get something from the machine and then I wouldn't have been thirsty, which means that this moment would have been different? Like, I wonder how deep it all goes, you know? Sometimes if I'd go down to the kitchen and get water from the fridge and it's nice and cold, but if I couldn't, then the bathroom sink is goated. There are so many dark patches. Oh. Yeah, turn on the tap and drink some water. And it's always colder and more refreshing right now than it ever will be in any other moment. As soon as you turn on the tap, a horrible smell fills your nostrils. It's like there's a plumbing issue in hell, and all that blocked sewage is feeding directly into this faucet. Then you see the water streaming out of the tap. It's a robust shade of jet black mixed with chunks of silt. I'm not drinking that. Good. For a moment there, you seem to be drifting back to your old ways, but you don't want to go back. Relapsing on drinking dirty water, yeah. We've all been there, man. Relapsing on your dirty water obsession. I hate when I'm addicted to dirty water. There's also cups right here, but I can't click them. Can I leave and go to the vending machine, maybe?
God damn it!
You hear the man yell from inside his vehicle. Even through the tinted windshield, you can feel his frustration.
Start, you piece of shit!
Shouldn't smoke, man. Very bad for you. Judging by the careless driving you just witnessed, the man is either under the influence or another patient at Dr. Fink's. He seems to be in a hurry. In a hurry to break his neck, perhaps? Come to think of it, could it be that's exactly what he's trying to do? I don't think so, no. And I'd rather not think about that right now, thank you. Right, let's find something to drink. Like, I just don't get who I'm talking to in those moments. Yeah, this is definitely the TV. Oh. Like, I kind of wish I could just run down the stairs instead of having to click on them. Okay. Well, don't take your hood off, bro. You're about to... Ooh, lightning. You jump as if someone jabbed you in the stomach. For a split second, the whole world was exploding. But it was just a thunderclap, the loudest one you ever witnessed. At least my reflexes still work. As well as your heart. It's racing from the sudden shock. But there's nothing to use this unwanted excess of adrenaline for, so it keeps lingering, eating you from the inside out while you stand alone and thirsty in the middle of the empty parking lot. Let's see if this thing works now. The battered machine seems to be decades old except for newly installed, comically large reddish button. Press a couple of keys on the pad, check the label on the reddish button, put some change into the machine. Change goes first, and then a couple buttons, right? You're immediately met with great resistance. Something is stuck down in there, possibly another coin, or chewing gum. Yeah, force that coin in. You'll get it there. Push and wiggle that coin all you want. It has lost the duel before it even started. You won't be able to fix the machine this way. Kick it. You've asserted your physical dominance over non-sentient being. That is correct, yes. Kick it again. You're starting to understand that woman a little better. Perhaps she's not crazy after all. What's the label say? It reads, drinking water for the people of Rue Valley free of charge, courtesy of Coral Destiny. Press a couple of keys, because then I don't need coins. Oh, wait. Just press this button. With a bang and a clang, the machine vomits out a bottle of water. Take the bottle of water. The almost frozen plastic feels slippery in your sweaty hand. You can't wait to drain it of the precious fluid. What do I do? Can I go over here? Yeah. So okay, so this is like my inventory over here. So now I'm going to drink my water. The label on the bottle reads Coral Destiny. Your thirst screams at you to gulp down the whole bottle right now, but there's no need to hurry. Take it one sip at a time. No, I drink like, give me a water bottle, turn around, and then turn right back around, and it'll be empty. Like, I drink like one of those fish You know the big fish in the water and they just suck everything up like a black hole? I don't drink. I consume, you know? Suddenly, the night sky turns blood red and you feel an infinite scream passing through everything. Unbearable anxiety washes over you. Get away. But you can't run away from the whole sky on fire any better than you can run away from your past. At least I don't have to face it. Close your eyes. Your eyelids connect. It's just such a weird way to say that your eyes are closed. Your eyelids connect, and darkness greets you for a mere second, but as always, the carousel of suffering starts spinning immediately. How do I stop? How do I let go of it? How do I I don't know. How do I stop? That's easy. Simply stop being you. Nobody can stop being themselves. The receptionist says whimsically, emerging from the whirlwind. No, I was expecting an answer. What I wasn't expecting is you. But the receptionist disappears, and instead the fiery sky begins burning its way through the darkness, cutting several straight arrow slits in your closed eyelids. I want this to stop. Squeeze your eyelids tighter. Well then, keep craving, keep clinging, keep suffering. I have no choice. Red sky is seeping through the cuts in your eyelids, forming a number. "8 p.m. Why is it 8 p.m.?
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Well, wait. The p.m. is highlighted, because now I'm thinking, no, that has to be a.m. That has to be 8 a.m. The sun's out. I guess it's only 47 minutes and it turns to night. I guess it's just that time of year. With the solstice or the whatever it is. Stop the carousel and focus on something else. Surely there's something pleasant to think of instead of this bushy-eyebrowed psychotherapist and this court-mandated therapy. I'm always thinking of food, man. Think of something real tasty. Think of some pizza, some chicken parm, burger. But Dr. Fink only seems to become more real.
Mr. Harrow, can you hear me?
Yes, sorry.
It's all right.
He pauses for a moment.
I'm aware that you may be experiencing a slight lack of motivation right now, and will surely be coming back to this condition of yours.
Look at how calculated I got, dude. I'm calculated as hell. No one's more calculated than me. Lack of motivation? That's the least of your worries while your mind is filled with this crushing, overwhelming sense of impending... Wait, did you hear that? A muffled sound of metallic clanging from the outside diverts your... hold up. A muffled sound of metallic clanging from the outside diverts your frail attention. For some unknown reason, your heartbeat accelerates and cold sweat appears in your armpits.
At all times, if possible.
The doctor finishes, apparently expecting some sort of answer from you. Sure. I nodded last time.
Good to hear. Now, in order to keep us focused, I always limit the session length to exactly 1 hour, hence the alarm. However, since this is your first session...
He stops mid-sentence and gives you a concerned
Mr.
look.
Harrow, you're shaking. Are you feeling unwell?
Well, you endured the whole session stoically so far, but this one moment of anxiety, it could completely ruin your chances of being sent back home anytime soon. Emotional check. Try and act like the stable, well-adjusted person that you are. Listen, man, you gotta just fake it till you make it, you know? Hell yeah! Emotional check. Success. There's no denying you're upset, and the doctor has noticed it already. Best to be honest about it. I'd rather not talk about it right now. Lower your eyes. He nods.
That's understandable. Sometimes it's hard to talk about our emotions, but we should never be ashamed of having them. Don't worry. With time, your skill and willingness to identify and communicate your inner states will surely improve. Just remember that trying to understand our feelings is always a good idea, and very often a necessary step in the process of getting better.
He pauses for a moment.
May I ask, how is your sleep these days?
I sleep fine.
Is that so?
Yes. He seems to inspect the dark circles under your eyes. Well, I didn't say I wasn't tired right now, but I slept. I slept good.
just in case you have trouble adjusting to your new bed.
He opens his hand, revealing a single purple pill lying on his palm. There's no reflection in his glasses. Above them is a pair of bushy eyebrows. Reach for the pill.
Remember, what I'm giving you is a mild, non-prescription herbal hypnotic drug. Nothing more.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll help you calm down and get some rest tonight. We'll continue tomorrow. All right then. Now you only need to pick up the key card for your room. And I'll call the receptionist to make sure everything is in order. Sounds good?
Thank you. Can I click on anything in here? I can click on the clock now. It's 8:03 p.m. Nothing else? Okay. Oh, wait. List of rules. You can't be bothered with that right now. And what's
The exit is
this?
behind you. That's the bathroom.
May I use it, please?
Of course.
Gotta drop a deuce. Oh, looks identical to my bathroom. Guess it is a motel after all. The book's cover is dominated by a stunning redhead, her face elegantly made up, her dress tight. Shadows, like, why is that italicized? Her dress tight. Shadows gather all around her, but a gun in her hand shows she's ready for any threat. Not to mention that with that décolletage, she's definitely dressed to kill. Above the woman, the title, Lilith Undercover. Below, the author's name, T.J. Sampson. Pfft, toilet literature. Troubled and distorted man meets your gaze from the other side of the mirror. He looks exactly like you, but somehow doesn't feel like you. What's happening to me? You must have gotten lost in thought for a moment while the doctor was speaking. It couldn't have possibly happened more than a couple of minutes ago, but it feels like an hour has passed since. And then, the sound of that old alarm clock awakened you from a daydream you can't remember, and this overwhelming tsunami of dread appeared out of nowhere. Swallowed the purple pill with some water. There's something fishy about this mirror. Splash some water on your face to calm yourself down. So, like, I wish I could know what direction I'm trying to get to. Because, like, well, let's see. You shouldn't trust them. Well, the mirror does seem a little fishy. I'm not going to take the pill yet. But I don't think I want to give in to anxious apprehension. Good eye. Could it be that there's a hidden camera behind the mirror and he's secretly recording his patients? Okay, well, I didn't say that, buddy. I don't co-sign that. I don't think that's what's happening. Impossible. He wouldn't, or would he? Only one way to find out. Open the mirror cabinet. You open the cabinet door carefully, but there's no sign of a secret camera inside. Instead, you find toothpaste, a roll of toilet paper, and a bottle of whiskey. Read the label. In a purple old-fashioned font, it says, Numb Night, Sour Mash. The recipe stays the same. 40% alcohol by volume. 80 proof. Take a few sips. Why not? A strong, harsh-tasting liquid. Oh, now I'm drunk. Fills your mouth. After you swallow it, a dark, nutty, and salty flavor undertone begin emerging. Why would a psychotherapist have a bottle of whiskey in the room that his patients are in? I'm gonna... My introversion is coming down, which is good. Swallow the purple pill. Open the mirror. Oh, is there anything else in here? Everything is still inside. I don't think I want to use the pill yet, and I don't... Sure, maybe I'll do this. I'll splash some water on my face to calm down. As soon as you turn on the tap, a horrible smell fills the room as a stream of black water flows out of the old pipe. Okay, so the whole place is dirty. Yet somehow this doesn't surprise you. Instead, it's almost like you expected it to happen. I changed my mind. I'm not touching that water. The tap lets out a sad squeal. Swallow the purple pill. Yeah, again, I'm not going to do that. I just don't think it's time to use it yet.
Refreshed yourself?
Hell yeah.
Better now?
Hell yeah. A bit, not really, much better.
That's good to hear. See,
Oh, didn't let him finish. That's fine. Wasn't saying anything important.
You open if I have to.
Source of the clangs is a young woman beating up an old vending machine. For some unknown reason, looking at her makes you even more nervous. So I'm not as introverted as I once was. Can I talk to you now? But I still have a lack of motivation. So that's not great. What are you doing? Why am I just
Give me my coffee, you jerk.
not coming any closer until the angry one leaves? Oh, I can click on her too.
Out already.
She's still wailing on the poor machine that's driving you crazy. I wonder if I had swallowed that pill, if I would have been able to talk to her.
I'll break you open if I have to.
So, like, I don't know. Like, do I have to look at all of this again? Okay. Can't do the puddle. Can I, like... Let's see.
Coffee, you jerk.
What about over here? Can I go for a walk? The sun still burns as bright as if it was in its zenith, its heat absorbed by the asphalt. Better get into a car, this road is not made for walking. Let me stare at it for a while. A feeling of longing and restlessness starts to well up inside you. You can't help but wonder what lies beyond the horizon, beyond the limits of this suffocating desert. But even if you weren't trapped here, you wouldn't go. You may long for the sense of adventure that comes with being on the road, but all you can do is stand and stare and wish for what could have become of the young man that you once were a long time ago. It really wants me to take this pill. Do anything with my phone. I'm not playing that game. Scroll through your feed. Put the phone back. Okay. Alright, let's explore a bit. I guess let's go get the key card again. Everything else looks the same for now. I don't think I can really interact with very much. But I'm putting my foot down and I'm getting this key card now. All the attention of the girl behind the counter is being hogged by the ongoing phone call.
Of course it's urgent. Our guests don't have Wi-Fi, the credit card machines are dead. We can't... Oh, hold on. I have someone on the other line. Hello, reception? Oh, what can I do for you, Dr. Fink? If it's about the Wi-Fi, yes, he's here. Of course, no problem.
In an instant, the realization dawns on you. Because of your anxious behavior at the end of the session, Dr. Fink must have just warned the receptionist of your condition. Well, this is... You really shouldn't do that to a random woman. Not nice. Smile at her. Avert your eyes. There you go. She touches the button again.
Hello? I'm very sorry. I will have to call you back later. Bye.
Thank you, Dr. Fink. You're a G.
Hello, Mr. Harrow. How are you? Are you ready to check in?
She continues in the same breath without waiting for you to answer.
Everything is in perfect order. Don't you worry a bit about anything.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's get you into your room.
Her voice is full of enthusiasm.
Number 6. That's the last one on the second floor. Everything is ready for you. And... this is your key card.
So now I'm going to nod and wait for her to put it on the counter.
Oh, I see you're confused by
Okay,
this.
so it's the
You
same
were
exact,
expecting an
the same
old-fashioned
exact
key,
result.
right? Well, we decided to modernize for a number of reasons.
Suddenly, she curtails her excitement as if she remembered something.
You must be very tired. Perhaps I'll tell you about it some other time. It's a really interesting story.
Yes, I'm exhausted.
Here.
She hands over the key card and puts some kind of document on the
I'll
counter.
Just need your signature.
Read it first. I wouldn't call that paranoia. That's kind of a good thing to do. They won't get you this way, and don't forget the small print. I don't like how much I'm becoming like this, like,
Oh, are you a lawyer,
conspiracy theorist feeling tinfoil hat wearing dude. Why, I'm gonna say no. Nope, I'm just mentally ill. You know you have to be careful and look for a hidden loophole or suspicious wording they may try to use against you, but the numb night is making it even harder to read this legalese mess, let alone understand a word of it. If only you were a lawyer, or at least sober. Well, time to click the I agree button and prepare for the unknown consequences. Sign the document.
Thank you for your trust, sir.
She says with a barely visible
I'm here
smirk.
if you need anything. Enjoy your stay.
Okay. Nothing new to interact with. What's this on the wall, actually? A list of rules, same thing, okay. Like, I wonder, is that gonna, like, come into play at some point? Like, why are there all these rules that I can't look at? Must exist for a reason. Yeah, I'm gonna go, I guess, check out my room. Unlock the door and enter. Let's move this out of the way. Your dusty suitcase is once known. Unpacking it makes you feel terrified. Why am I afraid of unpacking? Perhaps you're scared of what you might find inside, or maybe worried that by unpacking you accept that you're going to stay here for some time. I mean, I know what's inside. I know I had the dream about the snake, but... Oh, Jesus. They're going to keep me here forever, aren't they? Yes. Perhaps I could relax a bit in the armchair instead. Okay, sure. This armchair looks exactly like the one in Dr. Fink's room. Sit down. As soon as your buttocks touch the frayed armchair seat, tiredness overwhelms you. Coming to this nowhere motel to attend therapy you don't need has drained you both physically and mentally. All you want is to sleep, but unnerving restlessness is gnawing at you from the inside, like a colony of termites munching on a piece of dead wood. So I do like how, like, this art style, it's actually an option in the settings to turn off, like, the jittery lines on his character, but it really does, it gives that kind of anxious vibe. Like, I'm really a fan, I'm a huge fan of the overall art design. Everything about the art design is beautiful. Stare at your suitcase, just close your eyes and hope sleep will come. Mess with my phone, I guess, but I'm not playing that janky ass game. I guess I'll scroll through my feed again. You start scrolling, but every post looks like you've already seen it before. Same old, same old. I'm not playing that. I'm not doing it. I'll stare at the suitcase instead. What a pitiful, inert object. It's full of my stuff. Stuff? Clothes, phone charger, toothbrush. Might as well be empty. But it isn't. And it won't ever be without your help. Jesus Christ. Try to sleep. I'm not going to be able to sleep in this armchair, bro. I already know it. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to be more tired. My hair is going to be a mess. My mouth is going to taste like I did sleep, even though I didn't. Now I got to brush my teeth again. It's just going to be like a whole barrage of, you know, unfortunate conditions. Stank breath. Messy ass hair. Even though you didn't even, like, you weren't laying down. You didn't even, like, move your hair at all. It still looks weird. Check who's calling. Unknown number again. I'm going to ignore it this time. We'll see what that does. You silence your phone as mystery of the caller's identity gently teases you. Do I have to keep going through all of this? Okay. When I was looking through the Steam reviews, I saw some people being like, yo, the passing time mechanic is kind of, like, tiresome. And I believe this is what they're talking about. It is a little bit like they're forcing you to do this thing that feels very pointless and a little bit boring. And it happens a bit too often. And as your mind begins to drift, reality fades away. For a precious moment, there's only darkness and silence, but your mind refuses to calm down, and soon your thoughts start chasing each other in circles. Everybody hates you. You're never gonna afford a house. Okay, we got some new memories here. Judging by the careless driving you just witnessed, the man is either under the influence or another patient of Dr. Fink's. He seems to be in a hurry. In a hurry to break his neck, perhaps. When did this happen? This evening, but later. Suddenly, the night sky turns blood red, and you feel an infinite scream passing through everything. Unbearable anxiety engulfs you. Get away. But you can't run away from the whole sky being on fire any better than you can run from your own past. Then suddenly, everything happened again. Everything again, but nothing after. For a split second, the whole world was exploding, but it was just a thunderclap, the loudest one you ever witnessed. At least my reflexes still work. As well as your heart, it's racing from the sudden shock. The meaning of what you've just experienced is still hard to grasp. Is this some weird deja vu? The memory seems so real, and yet these things clearly never happened. Yo, so I have this sometimes, like this deja vu thing where like, I will literally be in a moment. It just happened to me yesterday. I don't remember what the specific moment was, but I remember thinking, oh, it happened again. And like, I'll be in a moment and I'm like, no, this happened before. I was with these people at this place having this conversation, and then this thing happened, and then that. And like, I know like that's just, yeah, that's called deja vu. That's a phenomenon. But like, yo, sometimes it happens and I'm like, nah. This, I've been here. I have been here before. Very strange. A very strange feeling. Have you actually gone completely mad and they were right to send you to Dr. Fink? But what if the careless driver really does show up? What if lightning actually strikes the motel and the night sky turns red? Mind map, intentions. The combination of several specific memories can create an idea, and with enough inspiration or willpower points, you can turn that idea into an intention. Intention opens new dialogue options that will lead you through the journey of completing that intention. Keep in mind that not all that you intend can be successfully achieved. Memory or fantasy? How could you remember something that is yet to happen? Then again, why would you imagine events so specific? Not enough willpower. I gotta fix this willpower. You want to get up and find out if these strange memories will play out in reality, or if it all is but the fever dream of a lunatic. Yet you can't. It's all too much. All you really want to do is forget you ever even had these weird visions. To forget about being here. To forget about the incident. Stay in the armchair forever. I will die in this armchair. I will turn to dust right here. Feels like something I would do. ... Okay, I don't want to do either of these things. Like, can I take that pill, maybe? But I can't get up. Close your eyes again, or back. I mean, it's gonna make me play that jank-ass game. Oh my god. Fine. As soon as the first wave... Here it is. Jesus Christ. As soon as the first wave of tiny bow tie wearing antagonist appears on your phone screen, an uneasiness starts building inside you. Playing this game right now, for some reason it feels unsettling. This was supposed to be relaxing. It's not your fault. You're simply too nervous to play a stressful game like this right now. Put the phone back into your pocket. Thank God. What else can I do on the phone? Nothing. I guess I'll take the purple pill. Wait a second, are you sure it's a good idea to swallow this mysterious sleeping pill so soon after drinking alcohol? Could be dangerous, don't swallow it. Fine. Buzzkill. Swallowing a pill without any water is not a pleasant task, true, but getting up only to get some water definitely feels like too much of an effort. Force the pill down your throat. Oh, I thought I wasn't going to take it. Using saliva as a lubricant, you help the purple capsule find its way into your stomach. Wait, didn't I just say I wasn't going to take it? Because of the alcohol? You have no idea how long it will take until its effects kick in, so there's nothing to do but wait. Close your eyes again. But gradually, your thoughts begin to slow down and your consciousness lightens its feverish grip on you. No fear. Status lost. Anxious apprehension. Good. I calculated, went down. I'm a little bit more indifferent. Was it the purple pill? Or was it the numb night? It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Embrace this sweet relief. Like a leaf on the wind, you are tossed this way and that. I do like the music. The music is cool. Is this the lightning again? But what is this? A tiny spark of light seems to have taken root deep inside you. It must have broken away from that mighty forked bolt of the brightest lightning you ever saw earlier. A spark still without shape, still without purpose, but full of potential. The sound of the loudest thunder jerks you out of your slumber. The speck of energy, now fully grown, is pulsing in your chest. You remember this feeling. Okay, my introversion's down, my calculated's down, I'm a little bit more indifferent. Inspirations. Inspiration points are small sparks of inspiration that you can use to motivate ideas and turn them into intentions. Be aware that when you spend inspiration points, they are gone for good. And as you finally recognize what it is, your pathetic attempt at forgetting about what you experienced earlier is shattered. Guess I have to click on, what would this do right now? So this? Oh, I guess I have to like try this again, maybe? Intention acquired, there we go. You have to find out if the careless driver showed up again. You must know if the sky will really be set ablaze. You need to see if everything will happen again, and if it does, you need to remember. Get up. Active intentions. Here you can see your active intentions. Select hover over them to see more details about how to complete them. Clicking on an intention will open the mind map with that intention in focus. Wait, where do I see that? My active intentions? Is it this down here? Okay. Investigate strange occurrences. Leave, please. Thank you. The rain has slackened off, and you see nothing out of ordinary, nothing you could put your finger on. If the careless driver visited the motel, he has surely left already, while you were sleeping. Yet, as you exit the room, the hair rises on the back of your neck and an eerie sensation takes hold of you. Glance toward the parking lot. Intention updated. Investigate strange occurrences. As you stare at the reflections of the wet, dark asphalt, the memory begins unfolding in your mind again. He enters the car, starts the engine, and then he hits the transformer while driving in reverse, smashing his rear light before driving away in a cloud of smoke. If this really happened, you may be able to find some evidence down there. That's right. Well, I see some tire tracks. The game has a very good ambiance, a very good vibe about it. I love the artwork. I love the score. I like the sound design where there is sound design, but there's a lot of things from time to time that I feel like sounds are lacking with, if that makes sense. As you come closer to the transformer, you immediately notice a couple of red plastic shards. Look at the shards. These are several small ones. There are several small ones scattered all around. Translucent triangles and rhomboids. I love that word. Rhomboid? That's awesome. The largest of them is lying right next to the transformer, shiny and wet, boldly staring at you from the dirty asphalt. Inspect the largest shard. This shard is obviously part of a broken taillight. This means he's been here already. There's no other option. Or is there? It could have been lying here for days from some other vehicle. I knew I would find something here, and I did. I'm going to do that one. Confidence. So it has to be true. Well, yeah, I mean, oh, here we go. End of the world. And then, before you can wrap your head around all this, the skies are once again set ablaze, exactly as you remembered, only confusing you even further. What will happen now? Will you find yourself back at Dr. Fink's office in a moment? Will you remember anything? Or was this a one-time thing, and the evening will now continue as if nothing has happened? Befuddled, you cast your gaze on your wristwatch. It's 8:47 p.m. Time. From now on, you will have the exact time displayed here. Pay attention to it because in Rue Valley, situations change when the time changes. Characters might leave some locations and arrive at others. Their mood might change and they might act differently at different times. Interesting. I'm still confused. Like, is it 8 p.m. or a.m.? Because the p.m.'s lit up. I just feel like it doesn't make any sense. The frenetic sound of the alarm nudges you back to the present.
Still with me, Mr. Harrell?
Yes, you have my full attention.
Mr. Harrell, I'm aware that you may be experiencing a slight lack of motivation right now.
Lack of motivation, but you are motivated. You just need to remember. To remember. Oh, I'm introverted again. Oh no. Yes, there's something very important. A muffled sound of metallic clanging from the outside interrupts your train of thought. And suddenly, an image of a young woman punching and kicking the old vending machine emerges in your mind. But like the first rock in an avalanche, it's inevitably followed by others, and more memories start emerging. The receptionist, the thunder, the mysterious driver, and finally that of yourself standing in front of the transformer under the fiery sky, hoping you won't forget everything again. Hole to wrap up. Intention completed. As you struggle to put the memories in the correct order, your mental fog dissipates and two simple words form on your lips. Time loop. You are in a time loop. Seems like you're trapped in some sort of time loop where the same 47 minutes repeat over and over. Dr. Fink's voice pulls you back to the old motel room.
I don't think I follow, Mr. Harrell. Would you care to elaborate?
Okay, well, listen, here's what I'll say. I mean, it's not great. Like, it's a little bit draining to play. Some of these mechanics could have been streamlined a little bit. There's a lot of text, a lot. You're just reading and reading and reading, and you don't actually really feel the impact of your choices because nothing really is happening visually. Even when you make a choice at times, your character doesn't actually do anything. You might just hear a sound effect of it. Like when you're kicking the vending machine, you hear a kick, but he doesn't actually do it. It feels a little bit incomplete. Some of the subtitles have spelling or grammatical errors, or they don't quite line up with what the person actually said. There's so much dead space, and I don't think that this genre of game excuses that with all the time passing mechanics and whatnot. Like, they could have executed it an endless amount of ways, right? You can't look at this and be like, well, how else would they have done it? Because they're the ones who decided to do it in the first place. The premise is cool. I am interested in what is going on, and I would like to know more, but it's kind of like a movie or a TV show that you start watching, and part of you is like, I would like to know how it ends, but the journey of getting there feels like it's going to be so slow that ultimately it doesn't feel worth going on that journey. And as much as I love the artwork, and I really love the atmosphere, and that especially that the score creates, there's a lot of good things going for it, but I think ultimately the gameplay loop itself is just reading with not much reward to come from that. And unfortunately, if there's anything coming up in the game that would make me feel differently after playing it for an hour and a half, unfortunately there would have had to be something already to grab me in and hook me in to stick that out. I can't recommend it or not recommend it. It's just, if you think it looks like something you would like, then do it. It is exactly what it looks like, and in that case I encourage you to go and buy it and play it. But I can't really say that I'm personally itching to play any more of this. Either way, let me know what you thought in the comments below, if you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you've played it. And with that being said, I do hope that you're doing well. If you're watching this on upload day, it is Friday, so congratulations, you made it through the week. Spend this weekend catching up on rest because you deserve it. On Monday, I'll be back with some more Hightail. I have some more Expedition coming up. I have some Resident Evil coming up. Subscribe and stay tuned if any of that sounds interesting to you. Thank you very much for watching. Again, get some rest. You deserve it. And I will see you next time.